Hello, people. Yeah, it's a story to tell you. I'll take this. Alcohol is inspiration. So, here we go. I'm gonna tell you how we got Android phones. So, once upon a time, when the Earth was still really young, and the water was all blue, and the sky was all light blue, with fluffy white clouds, looked like cookies from Granny Smith apples. She made cookies. You just didn't know that. I'm really old, so I know that. And this is what happened. You roll my sleeves up. This is an interesting story. And as the Earth grew, so did the people. And then someone was like, "Hey, here's a pear." I think it were the cavemen or the Aztecs or the Mexicans. It was somebody, but their skin was fair. Whatever the hell fair skin is, they were that color. Cause I don't know if this is fair skin, cause I get asked like shit, so it couldn't possibly be fair skinned, right? Anyway, so it was someone fair skinned, and that leaves the Asians and Puerto Ricans and every other race but black and white. I guess fair skinned, we in between. Yeah, that's fair. 50-50 is fair, right? So everybody else, yeah, exactly. Fuck yeah, exactly. I learned something today. But anyway, so someone found a pear, and they were like, "This is really cool." And what happened was, they cut the pear up, and they ate it. And then somehow, the caveman Tukaluka Hookah, he was like a witch doctor or something, and he found this tree, and the tree was a time machine, and he didn't know it, so he called it a distance mover. That's what he called it, a distance. That's exactly what he called it, a distance mover. And he called it a distance mover. And he threw the fruit into it, from which they found the pear, an apple, a pear. It was a pear. So he threw the pear into the distance fruit changer, and as he threw it in, it flew ahead to like Earth in 1320, when the Dragon Ball Z ruled the Earth. If you're not that good on Dragon Ball Z, that's with Goku and Kamehamehas and stuff like that and androids. And anyway, the pear somehow landed by Dr. Jerome, who was making androids. Ironic, right? Yeah, a pear and an android. So he threw it, and it hit the android, and the android was like, I'll eat this. And the android ate the pear, even though it was a robot. I don't know, because maybe pears were extinct between then and there. And it ate the pear. And then, after that, the pear went inside the android's body. And inside the android's body was like Peter Pan and Captain Hook and Tinkerbell. Because Tinkerbell had peed, and she peed out fairy dust. And that mixed with the pear. Why was Captain Hook there? Simple. Because Moby Dick ate his boat, and then he didn't like it anymore. So he quit. And plus, Johnny Depp was like, "I'm the coolest pirate now, so you gotta go somewhere, Captain Hook. You don't even have two hands." So, Captain Hook was retired, and then him and Peter Pan and Tinkerbell had some weird, awkward, of course, thing going on. See how it just looks weird? It was weird, yeah. And anyway, the pair mixed with all of them, and it combined, and it was a bright ray of light, and everything stopped for a moment in time, and the earth was beautiful, and people admired the flowers and the trees. And in that, my friends, is when everything froze and it was beautiful. That's when the android who had ate the pear went back in time. But she landed in the early 2000s, and that's when some guy, I don't know his name, but some guy, he was outside playing catch with his son. Instead of catching the ball, he caught a pear, and he was like, "I should call this an android," because it turned into a phone. You gotta believe me, it turns into a phone. I know, I know this. You gotta believe me. I know it's true. And that is how the Android phone came to be.